What's up, guys? This is an inserted clip, and then we'll start the video. I did film the part 1 to the video series, and realized I never talked about the goal for at least the first portion to get it running, driving, stopping, and everything. I'm going to try to be into this as close to $0 as possible. That is doing the car guy math, YouTuber math of the engine came out of a Jeep that I had that was 5.3 swapped with a 4L60. I'm using that trans too. I converted to 2-wheel drive. That was $1,200 originally. Parted some stuff out. I'll be scrapping it soon. So that will, you know, everything will be subtracted from that original $1,200. We'll see how low we can get there. Engine mounts came with the truck. There's some other stuff from the truck that I'll be selling, so that will come off the final cost. So I want to get running, driving, front end, basically a street legal, completely together truck for as little as possible, which I think will be, it'll be under $500. I'd like it to be closer to 0, but it'll be under $500. So we'll get into the video now, but like I said, I just wanted to touch on that and explain the goal for the first stage of the, I wouldn't call it a build because it's just throwing it together to get it running, but the first stage of the OBS. So, alright, we'll get into the video. Thanks. What's up, guys? Back with another one. This is kind of a spur of the moment ordeal that I didn't anticipate at all. It popped up 10 minutes from my house, and you know, it's a I'm a car guy. It was a deal that was too good to pass up. I know everybody says that all the time. It was too good of a deal to pass up. So originally I thought about just using parts from it. It has a lot of parts that I could use for my dually, my OBS dually, which is kind of giving away the truck, but well, we'll just get right into it. So that was the plan, and then it quickly turned into well, you know, the frame's really nice on this. I've got a 5.3 laying around. I've got a 4L60 laying around. It's got a clean title. Why don't we build it? So that is the new plan. Not super in-depth build right now. We'll just throw an engine and tranny in it, get it running, get this stuff out of here. It's been partially stripped. It was a race truck, if you want to call it that. It was a 5.3 cammed 5.3 turbo 350 truck, I believe. So it's got super cool ratchet shifter. Actually, I don't mind those, but it's just kind of spot welded to the floor. There's some stuff on it that's questionable, but not too much. And like I said, the interior is kind of stripped, but aside from carpet, and I need to clean the floor up. I need to get a wire brush and make sure nothing's too rotted. Hopefully it's just paint flake and surface rust. It still seems pretty solid, but it also feels kind of thin, so we'll see. But he left the seat belts in, left door panels in, the dash is clean. That was kind of the deciding factor, and maybe I should just build it. It's got enough good that outweighs the bad, because the frame's clean, the bed's junk, but these beds are everywhere. Cab corners on both sides are gone. The rocker on this side has a little bit of bubbling and stuff all the way up. Rockers are easy though. The passenger side, it needs core support mounts, no biggie. I've got a parts truck I can yank those off of. It's got small block engine mounts on it already. Firewall's been kind of hacked and harness stripped and stuff, but it's an OBS. I'm in Ohio. Every junkyard has 50 of them. They're just not clean, so I can get what I need from them. Cab corner on this side's not good. The rocker is only to right about there, which is only a few inches. The rest of the rocker's clean. I don't know. I might just replace it all. Drill out the spot welds and replace it all. Bed's junk, like I said, but they're $500 for a clean one if you are patient enough and look around. Door panels are clean. Passenger side floor is clean. Might be some corrosion and stuff from the battery. But actually, it looks pretty clean. I'm seeing most of this for the first time with you guys, so I didn't look over it a ton. Like I said, it was a good deal. I hopped on it. It was close enough to my house that I just couldn't pass it up. Super cool. Like I said, it was a race truck, man. Hell yeah. But I'll get a new factory one of those, replace that. I'm not gonna run a switch panel. I want this all like factory, run off the key switch, which wasn't his intention. It may have even been a turbo LS truck, so I don't know for sure. And like I said, that wasn't his intention. I'm not knocking on him at all. It's just got stuff that I don't want. I want it to be factory. I want everything to run off the key. I don't want fans wired up. I don't want fuel pump wired up. I don't want everything else wired up on relays and switches. I just want it to be factory. Nice, jump in and drive. If my wife needed to drive it, which she hates all my cars, so she won't. But if if my wife needed to drive it or somebody needed to borrow a truck, I want them to just be able to hop right in it, you know, and go. Tailgate's clean, so that was a bonus. Tail lights are clean. Bumper is manageable for now. It's got a couple little spots, but whatever. I'll probably go roll pan with it anyway. But I'm not going to talk a ton. We'll get into, like I said, I have that 5.3 laying around that I was putting in the shoebox. The shoebox is now not on hold. It's just a longer progressing project than need be to have an engine just sitting in it doing nothing right now. So if I yank that engine out, I've got enough for an exhaust. I've got a trans. This has a drive shaft I'm hoping I'll be able to utilize with slider mounts. Hoping there's enough room. If not, I think it's the 454 trucks I'll be able to use a drive shaft out of. That's why I'm using the C10, and I think the length is about right on these with a 4L60 and a 5.3. I'll have to look into it. But like I said, so the 5.3, we'll re-gasket, seal it up. That's about it for now. I'd like to do a cam in it probably for this truck. Aside from that, I don't really want to do anything. I don't want it to be extravagant because I want to turbo the C10 at some point. I want to get rid of the S10. I want to turbo the C10 at some point, and that will hopefully be reliable. I won't have a bunch of issues, but the plan is to have a truck also, like a cool daily shop truck daily driver shop truck deal with nice paint. This one should hopefully be getting some decent paint. I don't know what color yet, but I want to have this cam, either stock or cam only, and just have it be a good reliable truck to hop in and go. So we'll get to regasket in the 5.3. That'll probably be the next clip you see, and then we'll get to cleaning some stuff up. I want to paint the firewall. I don't know if I'll get into that yet because I don't know what color I want to do on the outside. I might clean the firewall up at least and then do black, flat black or primer or something just to have it a little better for now. Or I might just try to clean this up as good as I can, get some crud off of it, throw some, maybe some paint thinner or something on that, see if I can get that. And actually, I didn't think I had a harness, but that might be, it might just not have the bulkhead right here. I might have enough wiring to get my gauges working and getting the key working and everything for the swap. Then I'll just have to, I wouldn't mind shaving this firewall. I don't know, I don't want to go too crazy with it, but I also don't want it to be junky or half done. But it's going to be half done to get the first start and get it driving. And then winter, we'll revisit and do all the body work and paint and everything. So, alright, I'm going to stop rambling on and we'll hop into it. Only Dollar Tree's finest for this unit. And I diluted this down to nothing, it's full strength. But I've got a drain in my driveway that goes out to my wastewater treatment plant in my barn, so don't worry about any of that. Not like we're just letting it go in the driveway or nothing. That's not how I function, okay? I don't appreciate you guys thinking that. Alright, I'm not going to make you watch this, but we'll get it cleaned up, see what it looks like. Okay, it's cleaning up pretty good, so I just want to show you. I'm just using a cheap Dollar Tree sponge and some lacquer thinner. And putting it on the sponge, I'm not putting it on the firewall. It shouldn't be potent enough to do too much damage. It's not like acetone, but I still don't want to eat through any of the red that I don't have to. So, not gonna make you watch all this again. Like I said, I just wanted to show you the process. You gotta scrub pretty hard, but if you had a Scotch Brite pad, it might help a little, but I just didn't want to scratch the paint. Not that it matters, because, you know, but I didn't want to be too rough with it. I do want to paint this, but not yet. So I'm gonna keep at it, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, got it pretty cleaned up. This side was really black and gross. It's not great still, and obviously, you know, it'd be wonderful if you did this and it uncovered really clean, nice paint. This is all chipped up and stuff, which isn't a big deal to me because I'm painting it, but just goes to show, you know, that was something I was gonna skip. I'm eager to throw this engine in, and I'll throw a picture up of the before, but it doesn't take long at all to put in a little bit of elbow grease, and, you know, it was 10-15 minutes to clean it up, cleaned a lot of stuff up. This side I did not get all the way cleaned up yet. I'll cut this off at some point. I don't know what they had going on there. There's like part of a U-bolt welded to the firewall. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking, or I'm stupid, but I don't know why in the world you would do that, what the use would be. I don't know if they just had a little makeshift bracket there for something. I don't know. But we've got to pull these cables out. They didn't put any grommets or anything on it, and I don't like the location because I'll be running inner fenders and everything, but it's cool. We've got some wire to play with. We'll pull that out, and then I'm not going to right now. Come winter time, hopefully, I'll probably just cover it on the inside or something for now, but I'm gonna have to fill those holes, fill this hole.
That's what she said.
And then these I need to get the wiring. On the driver's side, I'm not going to utilize a ton of the wiring. I'll utilize, you know, the headlight wiring, turn signals, parking lights. Probably won't have ABS. I'll have wiring for like the coolant temp sensor, the oil pressure. I don't know if these are electronic or mechanical on this year. I don't know if all OBSs are electronic. But regardless, I might have a wire for that. I'm not going to have a ton of wiring, so I might do a different bulkhead here, plate in this, and do a different one or something. Or I might just get the factory stuff because it'll be easier and quicker. I don't know yet. For now, I'll probably just run wires through to get it running, see what we got going on. But other than that, yeah, like I said, the next clip was supposed to be me regasketing the 5.3, and I was just going to skip all this, but it's nice to have a clean work surface, even if it's not in good shape. You know, having all that grease everywhere, every time you touch your sweatshirt or your hand or anything on the firewall, you get all nasty. It's annoying. So good to have a clean work surface. So we'll get into the maybe regasket the 5.3. I've got something I want to try real quick on these doors. I don't know what color's under them. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how great this camera is yet. It's an older camera, but the specs on it were still decent. It is red. Okay, never mind. So, because I have ADHD, at least when it comes to cars, I'm going to throw some lacquer thinner on a sponge or Scotch Brite and see if I can pull this up without damaging what's underneath. And what is underneath might already be junk. I don't know. But I think I'm going to see what we can do with that, see if any paint comes off. Okay, we'll get this yanked out of here, and then we're going to put a new front seal on it, rear. I need to go get exhaust gaskets. I think I have water pump gaskets, valve cover gaskets. Just going to do kind of a super basic, simple refresh, or re-gasket, because it leaks, and I don't want it leaking all over that, even though I'm just going to yank it right back out. It doesn't leak terribly, but I've already got the stuff. It's only going to take, you know, a half hour to an hour probably to do it all. So, a oil pan gasket also. So it's kind of silly to just yank it out and toss it in. Yeah, it'd be nice, be able to hear it fire up in a half hour, throw power to it and run it. But again, it's one of those things that, like, it doesn't take that much time to just do it right and be done with it versus tossing it in and then this winter comes and I have other stuff going on, I decide, oh, you know, I'll leave the engine in. We got other stuff going on. I'm not going to mess with it. And then you just have a leaky engine that you neglected and decided to keep in there. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Might as well yank it, re-gasket it, and yeah, then it'll be good to toss in. Sorry to the Shoebox Ford guys, and sorry to the Shoebox Ford. I love this car, and I just want to do it right. I don't want to rush through it. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and I just want to do everything to it while I'm building it. I don't want to put it together, drive it a little bit, pull it apart, put it together, drive it a little bit, pull it apart, do a couple more things. I just want to knock it all out, whether that takes 6 months or 2 years. I don't really care now. As long as I've got some other cool stuff to drive and work on, I just want it done how I want it done. So I'll still film on it progressively. You know, we'll get stuff done here and there. I'm not completely ignoring it. I just am not going to toss an engine and trans in it and drive it and just to tear it back apart. It's silly. It'd be a little rewarding, you know, because I've wanted one so long. It'd be cool to drive it, but it's just, at what point does it become a waste of money and a waste of time and nonsensical, basically? It just doesn't need to happen that way. So I'll get this out. We'll probably not even throw it on a stand, to be honest. I'm just going to hope and pray, because we're just throwing gaskets on it and then dropping it in. So we'll get it out and throw gaskets on it. Alright, I've got it ready to sit down in there. Got a new oil pan gasket on it, kind of cleaned it up. New rear cover and seal. The front cover, I'm going to do exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. But it's accessible easily in the truck, at least. You just take some accessories off and it'll be easy to get to if it's actually leaking or if it's bad. Most of it was right at the bottom, where it meets the oil pan. So hopefully we'll be good now. But if not, if it's actually leaking out and slinging it, we'll find out. I cleaned it up a little bit. I'll clean it up a little bit more. But it is ready to toss in. I'm not going to put manifolds on until it's in. Kind of fit up, make sure everything's good. I need to grab spark plugs, because I stole them for the dually because it had fouled out spark plugs. And we'll probably just rock stock coils and wires for now. I'll buy some. I need to buy 2 sets actually, because the C10 just melted one right on the header. But I need to do that. I'm going to throw in slider mounts. I don't like those mounts. If you can see, as this mount tightened down, the small block mount, I was going to use these on the Ford. It bent out. They're just cheap, really flexible. It'd probably be fine, but I want the slider mounts anyway on this to hopefully be able to use the drive shaft that was in it. It's like 2.5 probably inches of travel, so it'd be nice to be able to utilize that and use the drive shaft. So we will get it set down in the truck. Alright, camera battery's about to die, but it's in. The manifold on this side is going to be kind of a tight fit, but I'll be able to jog it right over. And then this side, there's a little more room. It's not too bad. Should be a nice fit. I don't know. This is kind of as far back as the engine will go. I've got room for movement forward, but it's really, I don't know, kind of where I want it. So we'll see. We'll see what the transmission on, how it does, and what the movement looks like for the drive shaft. Whether we have to move it, or it's good, or we can't use the drive shaft at all. But we'll catch you in the next clip. All right, so the engine's in, trans is in. I didn't film it, but I converted my old Jeep transmission, 4L60, from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. There's a bunch of videos on it, so I'll post some, I'll throw some pictures up, but there's videos on it on YouTube already. I was gonna make one. There's no point. There's good informative videos out there, better than I would make. So check those out if you are interested in doing it. I'll throw a couple pictures up here, but there was nothing to it. It was like a half-hour ordeal, and it was good to go. You just changed the output shaft and the tail housing, or extension housing, whatever you want to call it. So that's good now. Got a new gasket. I'm waiting on a trans mount today. Should be here. I've got header gaskets, water pump gaskets, redid most of the engine stuff gasket wise. I've got to throw valve cover gaskets on still. But yeah, it's fairly close to being able to throw a harness on and start. Technically I could right now, but I need to throw trans fluid in, need to put a filter on it and oil in it. But that, I think, is going to wrap up the first video on this. I'm like a day and a half into it. I'm trying to have this be like a 5-day, I wouldn't even call it a thrash because it's so simple, but it'll be like a 3 to 5 day, everything in, functioning as it should, turnkey, start, and move, run, drive, stop. That's the goal, and then we'll get in. I'm pretty excited about this. I love OBS trucks, so pretty excited to get into some paint and body on this and make it a cool, fun cruiser that looks good. So we'll wrap this one up and see you in the next one.